How is it going, my loves? It's Alyse here, and today's video is going to be all about how to reprogram your mind to create your dream life. So essentially, how to get your mind, your brain to work with you rather than against you. If you are new to this channel, first of all, welcome. So happy to have you here. My name is Alyse, and on this channel, you can expect videos about productivity, confidence, motivation, abundance, pretty much everything supporting you in creating a life of fulfillment for yourself. So if that interests you, be sure to click the red subscribe button down below, turn on the bell. That way you will not miss any of my videos. You'll get notifications. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. So I know I've shared videos on this channel before about manifestation, and I have learned so much about how this actually works in the last few years. So today's video is going to be me sharing my new findings with you. So I want to start off by taking a look at the law of focus. This is a universal law that states we move towards what we focus on. This is not merely some like hippity-dippity woo-woo manifestation stuff, but this is actually a scientific and energetic truth. The human mind can only focus on one thought at any given point in time. So when you focus your attention on one thought, all other thoughts dissipate because you can only focus on one at a time. If you want to shift your life in any area of your life, your relationships, your career, yourself, whatever it may be, it's essential to start focusing more of your thought energy, your focus, your attention on what you want rather than what you don't want. So getting out of the loop of, I don't want this anymore, I don't want that anymore, and start moving in the direction of focusing your attention on what it is that you actually do want to be experiencing. When we're 0 to 7 years old, we're kind of in this hypnosis state where we're just absorbing all of the information around us and being conditioned to think in a certain way. It's really key that we identify the belief systems that are holding us back from thinking about what we want, holding us back from believing in what we want, and all of that. So I want to introduce you to something that I've created called the Conditioning Waterfall. So this diagram portrays the way that we were conditioned when we were younger and how we can play a role in stepping up into our potential, into our power, and creating a new belief system that better serves us and the direction that we want to go. So with every story or belief that you currently have, there was always a starting point of when this seed was first planted in your mind. So this is what I call the origin. So you can see here who planted this seed. Was it your mom? Was it your dad? Or was it society? The majority of our current conditioning and belief systems can be traced back to our relationship with our mother, our father, and society, and the way that we were brought up and nurtured when we were younger. So then moving on to conditioning. Was this something that you heard, saw, or felt? So let me break this down. Something you heard would be if your mom or dad said something directly to you, or you heard them saying it to each other or themselves or somebody else. Something that you saw would be modeled through their behavior. Something that you felt would be something that you picked up on from their energy, something that it wasn't necessarily modeled, it wasn't something they said to you, but it was something that you felt from being around them. And then you have the story. This is the story that you created based on what you interpreted in that moment when you were younger. So this might not have been the reality, but this was your reality. This was your story that you created. Next up is the impact. So how does that story that you created from what you heard, what you saw, or what you felt impact your behavior? How does that show up in your life and create your reality? And then next is confirmation. So these are the examples that you find in your life experience that quote unquote prove your story is true. And then you have the flat part of the conditioning waterfall. So this is where you become aware, oh, this is where the story came from. And then, since you become aware of this, you can become the new origin. You can create your new belief system and your new story and create your new reality. Then you have the story, the new story that you create for yourself. And then you have the impact, how this impacts your new behavior, and confirmation, the examples, again, that you find in your life experience that prove your new story is true. All right, now I want to share a concrete example of what this may look like. So let's start off with the story or the belief, I struggle to stay consistent with self-care. Okay, so this is a story that you tell yourself, You may be repeating this in your head like, oh, I just struggle so much with self-care. I wish I could be consistent. And this is also a story that you may be saying to other people. So when you're talking with your friends about your goals that you have, you're like, oh, I really want to start going for daily walks or going to the gym or journaling, but I just really struggle with staying consistent with self-care. Okay, so then we're going to trace this back to the origins. So maybe you remember noticing something within your mom when you were younger that traces back to this story. So the conditioning would be you seeing your mom consistently trying to stay organized and keeping the entire house clean and helping other people before caring for herself. And then you have the impact of the story. So how does this impact your life? So the impact may be that you neglect caring for yourself and you neglect prioritizing your own needs. You may also feel super drained and under-resourced at the end of the day because you're just spending all of your time organizing, keeping everything going, caring for other people, and not prioritizing yourself. And then some confirmation that you may find in your own life experience that quote unquote proves this story is reality is that it may feel like other people are disconnected from you and maybe other people are closer with each other than they are with you. And then you get to step in to the point of origin. You get to create a new story for yourself. And so your new story may be prioritizing myself comes so easily to me. And the impact and what this has in your behavior and in your life experience would be maybe it feels much easier to care for yourself, even when there are so many other people who you want to be helping and supporting and so many other things you want to be doing. Maybe it just starts to feel easier to block out that time to journal, to go for a walk, whatever it may be. And then the confirmation, you can hypothetically think like, how could my life experience confirm that this story is true? Like what could be happening in my life that would confirm and prove to me that this new belief is really setting into place in my mind? So a couple of examples of what this may show up like for you would be, number one, if other people start sharing with you how happy and grounded you seem. Number two, if you just notice how easy it is to care for yourself, you notice that every day for the last 2 weeks, you've been spending time caring for yourself. As you can see from the conditioning waterfall, the mind is a powerful tool if used with intention. Although there's a lot more to shifting your reality than just thinking it into existence. In the last few years, I have learned so much about how your emotions and your energetic state behind the thoughts that you think are actually really key for this process. So I've learned this through my mentors, through energy work, hypnotherapy, psychotherapy, and a lot of different resources, and just noticing the common themes in how important your emotions are and your energetic state. I also started taking this class on Skillshare a few weeks ago, which is called The Secrets of Psychology and Why People Do the Things That They Do, which is taught by a doctor and psychology expert. And there are 24 different classes, all focused on topics of how to get your mind to work with you rather than against you. And it's so crazy. I think it's lesson 4 in this class talks about the imprint period, which is directly related to what I shared earlier in this video about how ages 0 to 7, you're literally just absorbing in all the information. And that is the time that you are creating your belief system that you are impacted by for the rest of your life, unless you step into your power to create a new belief system. So some of the other lessons that are taught in this class are the psychology of motivation, understanding your inner critic and personal illusions, how to identify and meet your needs, tapping into your subconscious mind, overcoming fear, and so much more. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of different classes for anyone who's growth focused, wants to learn new skills, or just get lost in creativity. So some of the classes that I think you guys who are watching this video would probably really enjoy, definitely the one that I'm taking right now, The Secrets of Psychology. Also, if anyone's on the more creative side, I shared a video where I was learning about the app Procreate on the iPad and learning just how to do digital graphics on there. I'm so excited that I got to partner with Skillshare for this video. So this video has been brought to you by Skillshare. And as I shared before, their focus is on learning. So that means there's no ads in any of their videos. So that way you can actually engage and you don't have to get caught up in the advertisements. and extremely affordable. So it's only $10 a month for an annual subscription. So if you are a growth-focused human like I am, which I imagine you are, I am excited to announce that the first 1,000 of my subscribers who click the link in the video description will get 2 months of a free trial of Skillshare. So if you want to join over 7 million users of this learning platform, click the link in my description. Okay, I want to circle back around to what I was saying a couple minutes ago about the power of emotions and your energetic state behind the thoughts that you're thinking. So let's say you want to enhance the relationship that you're in, but you're coming from a place of lack, like not believing that you can have that. You're not going to be able to call that into your life because your energy, your emotions are not meeting that thought and that vision of what you have for yourself. So if you desire something to change in your physical reality, you have to fully feel that that is for you. I would even go as far to say that you need to act as if it has already happened. Let's say I have the desire to make a new friend who knows a lot about the dream state. So let's just say I'm casting this vision of a new friend that I want to welcome into my life. I will play this game where I imagine that this has already happened in the future. I picture that it's already happened 2 months from now. I'm already talking about dreams with this friend. I'm already connecting in this way and that way. And I literally visualize myself being with this friend, and I will convince myself that it has already happened in the future. And so that helps me elevate my state of being and match the state of being of that desire that I have. I also want to give you a really quick overview of the Dream Alchemy Roadmap that I teach inside of Alignment Accelerator. All right, so step 1 is to create your dream. So creating your dream involves very, very specifically getting down to the nitty-gritty detail of what it is that you desire, what it will feel like when you have that, and what it will look like when you have that. So a really great activity for this is to just write 2 full pages in your journal about what that dream would be like, writing in the present tense as if you are living that out. So it could be something like, I'm so grateful to wake up in this home that feels so clean and abundant. There's so much natural lighting, and I love inviting my friends over for dinner. The kitchen is spacious, and I love preparing food for them, and really walking through your vision and your dream step by step. Step 2 is to visualize yourself living it. So once you have created that clear vision of what your dream is, you're going to refer back to this journal entry, and you're going to close your eyes after reading through it all and really get in the zone of what it will feel like and what it will look like when you are living that out. Number 3 is to match your vibration. So this is something that will come naturally from visualizing. That's why that step is so crucial, to really match your vibration to what that's going to feel like when that is your reality, and knowing that it's already happened in the future. Number 4 is to take aligned action. So there are some action steps that you will need to take in order to create this dream, right? So let's take the example of finding your dream home. So some action steps that you may take are actually looking for the new home, right? Going on Craigslist, going on Zillow, hiring a realtor to support you in this process, sharing with your friends, your family, your community, hey, I'm looking for a home like this. And you literally share all of the details that you wrote in step 1, and you speak that out into the world. So those are some of your action steps that you may take for that dream. Number 5 is trusting the process, trusting that it doesn't have to look a certain way in order for it to be manifesting and coming into your reality. For example, if you really want a friend who knows a lot about the dream state, maybe in your vision, that friend is a female, but maybe trusting the process looks like, maybe this is not a female. Maybe this is a guy that I connect with, right? So not getting too caught up in the exact details, but knowing that the universe is going to support you in giving you exactly what you need. Okay, my love, that is going to wrap up this video. I hope that you found some part of it helpful and are excited to implement some of these techniques into your own life to support you in creating your dream life. And I just want to remind you that you have the power to recreate your belief system. I know that sometimes it may feel like your mind is controlling you, especially during times of anxiety or stress or overthinking. It's so easy to feel like a victim to your own mind, your own thoughts. And I understand, I have been in that state. And I remember somebody told me when I was younger that I have the power to shift out of that. And I remember feeling so frustrated. Like, what do you mean I have the power? Like, I can't get rid of these thoughts. And over time, I learned that I do have the power. And everything that my life is today is a result of me harnessing that power and taking full responsibility for everything that exists in my life. If there's something that I want to shift, I look at my stories around that. I look at, okay, what is holding me back from shifting that? Is that something from my childhood? Going through the process of the conditioning waterfall and creating a new belief system for myself and affirming that day in, day out, and also looking at where are my emotions at, right? Where are your emotions at? Are you matching what you want? Do you believe that it's already happened in the future? You are powerful. You are so capable. And I know that society and life has not really led us to think that we are, but that is old news, my friend. The new news is that you create your reality. And yeah, I hope that the tips I shared in this video are helpful for you. Let me know down below in the comment section what your favorite part of this video was. And that's all for now. I love you.
I never saw it coming. I couldn't